Welcome once again, NSG podcast. स्वागत आहे. Fifth test is already begin, and we are today watching the second day as we go along this podcast.
We,
We still
it's a
have
watch along.
about Yes, we still have about 70 minutes worth of play. So there's a lot to talk, a lot of fantastic action that we have seen, the ebbs and flows of Test cricket, and some baseball in the middle. So, yeah, again, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the review of the fifth Test. England have again tried the basball. We'll come to that. Basically, basball is nothing but Test cricket on Red Bull. So, and England have yet again shown us why it crashes sometimes, while it flies sometimes, and hopefully by the end of this test, they also hand over the series with the baseball. Let's hope for that. Okay. On that note, let's start with the beginning of the day too, where our team India had the opportunity to set some good decent target, get some quick runs. However, we collapsed. So I'll start with Pranav today for his opening remarks on how he saw the batting collapse and what is his analysis on that.
Um, First of all, good to be back. And in terms of our batting, I think the overnight batters were not able to capitalize on the start. Especially, I am very disappointed on the dismisses of Gill, KL Rahul, Washington Sundar, and Dhruv Jurel because these are wickets which were thrown away. They had got starts, they could have capitalized, and we could have made more good scores. Of course, Karun Nair played down the wrong line, and I don't expect any runs from our tail either. But when you're picking batting depth, when you're picking seven batters, you need to be accountable for scoring runs, which I hope they do now, since they are only trailing by 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. True. Any further comments, Rishabh?
No, so I'll say that for the first time in this series, it felt as if it was a bowling wicket when India was bowling. So the way we have played in this second session, right? I won't call what happened in the first session a collapse. I would clearly say probably the wicket had the better of the batters in that sense, be it Karun Nair's wicket, which probably opened the gates, and after that, like Pranav said, with the tail, you don't expect a lot. So that was a given. It was only a matter of how much does Karun Nair and the Sundar add, and once those two were gone, I think it was just about time. But again, like I said, because we were able to get them all out or almost all out, that's England in one session itself, just about more than one session. I would say that it was a wicket to which both the teams succumbed, and I won't blame the Indian batting lineup at least for today.
No, for us 90s kids, how many times has it happened that you end one day on some hope, then you expect some batting to follow on the next day, and they just collapse. So it has
Yeah.
happened time and again. So it was not surprising. Karun, as Pranav said, played down a wrong line. And with Washington, I have observed that he seems a bit confused how to maneuver runs around the tail. This is third or
Yeah.
fourth time this has
Yeah.
happened. So he seems a bit confused how to go about it. So he tried to play some shots today and got out. And then again, our 8, 9, 10 are as good as they are. So it was kind of expected. But again, the way the bowlers have come back, maybe we can say the pitch played a major part in it. But that collapse is disappointing. Yes.
Yeah, and I think so. Yeah, I mean, everyone is right in the sense that it was understandable. Pitch is not great to bat on. What we saw happened in the second session. But what I would say is, with the form that Washi and Jaddu are in, I think they should have batted slightly higher, and I think definitely Jurel should have come down. And again, going to the point which Nikhil made, Washington,
Yes.
we've seen he does not bat well with the tailenders. He often gets confused, and we saw that with the shot that he played. He could have easily avoided that shot. He could have pulled the ball, but along the ground. Uh, no matter, I think he wanted to score runs, but I think he should have batted up the order definitely with the form that he is in, so that we would have utilized his form better. Jurel, for the first time coming into the series, uh, just a bit of nerves and all that, and he was also looking to score. Should have most probably, according to me, batted after washing. That's my only point, and I mean it's slightly disappointing that they should have scored at least 25, 30 more runs,
Yeah.
which would have got us to around 250, which would have been a very decent kind of a score. That's it.
But Sagar, I think Jurel batting above Washington Sundar, I think was that try to keep that right left combination going more than
That
anything.
is, I don't know.
So
I have never thought of. I don't know.
see if it
Makes no sense.
So
see
that
if it works, it works.
right hand left hand combination did not seem to work with Josh Dunn. He was bowling all over the place for
Yeah,
right
yeah,
hander
yeah.
also and for left hander also. So maybe
And
Yeah,
then
right,
I
left.
think
I
he
don't
got
think.
it right. He got those wickets.
yeah, he
Yeah, no,
got it
but
right
Yeah.
only 3 4 times in that spell, and he got three
Yeah,
four wickets.
that's how he got the wickets. Yeah.
yeah. It's all about the form. Na? See, Washington has come off after such a brilliant 100 in the last match. Why would you want him to leave with the tail, na? With lesser balls to face? Imagine he comes up. He came up yesterday, and instead of Jurel, and he would have still been batting, and we would have still had Jurel. So I don't know. Just the
Maybe.
permutations which I felt should have been worked out better.
I think I think the main reason why maybe Jurel played slightly higher was because he was replacing Pant, and in the last match, Washington was actually at number 5 because Pant was not batting. Maybe that's the
Washington.
thing.
So that's
However,
what. Hmm.
yeah. However, yeah, I think the point is taken. I think Washi needed some more deliveries. I think before it, and I think that's how it's going to be in the future. Where, as an all-rounder, we have to expect him to be a slow starter, and then pick up hitting big runs,
Yeah.
which I think he was trying hard today. But I think it just that shot was just a false
No,
shot. Couldn't help.
he could have waited for those big shots because Akashdeep was batting at the other end, and he can bat a bit. He can hold himself, so he
Yeah.
could have
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
waited.
So
it is just the
but
order. See, Jadeja bats very well with the tail. Okay. So Washi, if he is in the team, I feel he has to bat uh, slightly up in the order, just to utilize his batting potential fully.
we
Pranav
have a
doesn't agree
counter
to
Well,
Jadeja
straight away.
batting.
Yeah, I don't agree
Uh,
because
I,
if you look at Jadeja,
yeah,
he bats at 6. He's got 450s, 550s. I think the series batting at 6. So when you had Nitish Kumar Reddy, he batted well with the tail, right? And unfortunately, he got injured, and we're not playing Shardul Thakur. So I don't kind of expect runs from the tail, even in this innings that's going on currently here at 12 for no loss. So
I expect
even when you're
runs from the tail when we are bowling.
probably. In fact, I'd love to be in Jamie Overton's place because he didn't pick any wicket and got out for zero as well. So yeah, I'd rather be in his place than be Akashdeep or a Mohammad Siraj.
Sounds more like Jamie Agarkar and his test career, but okay. Anyway, we are not here to demean anybody's test career.
Yeah.
Lord's
Right.
honors board पे नाम
Lords
है भाई
honor
इसका
board pe
क्या बोल
naam
रहे हो?
Of
hai.
course. And one of my favorite bowlers. Sorry. So never going to
He would have
disagree
picked a
about
five for
Jamie.
in this wicket.
But do
Easily.
those personal milestone matter? Just asking.
अगर
क्या क्या
आगरकर के लिए सब माफ है जस्ट फॉर एडलेड उसको सब माफ है
I know.
Adelaide.
चल
Anyway,
मूविंग ऑन
back to what happened after the batting collapse, right? The bazball entertainment, the T20 style of batting. Any opening comments on how it all went? Because I think bazball is basically the art of scoring a quick 50 in 20 balls and then walking back to the pavilion as fast. So what are the views on basketball and the approach? I mean, I thought we had completely lost that match there because it just did not seem to end. and our bowlers were looking listless. Man, that Siraj after
Clueless,
40 Test
clueless.
matches was looking clueless until that false shot from Duckett. So any comments on Bazball? It was looking
Heavy
scary.
roller,
I'll be very honest about it. Heavy roller, yes,
heavy
that's a good
roller.
point.
That is the only thing that saved them. If they had used the light roller, I'm pretty sure they would have been bowled out under 200. I can give it to you in writing because they use the heavy roller because of two reasons. One is they want to negate the movement of the initial phase that the bowlers would get. Second is if they use the light roller, that will increase the moisture of the wicket. So when you're using the light roller, no, that only stays for around 30-40 minutes. That is even more dangerous because you can't get closer to the total, right? Because now England got a lead of 23 runs. So when you're using a heavy roller, that will have a lasting effect of around 1.5 hour until lunch. And then after that, our bowlers came back. We come to that bit. Even India have opted for a heavy roller and they are racing away at 4 an over. And now 17 for no loss
Uh,
after 4 overs. So that will have an impact for at least 90 minutes, in my opinion. So at least for around 12 o'clock, hopefully, they have an impact. But yeah, let's see. I think it's an impact of the heavy roller and some audacious batting. I give it to Duckett and Crawley. Of course, some poor bowling by our opening
No,
bowlers.
but it was not only heavy roller. Our bowling was pathetic. We were serving some hit me balls,
Dolly,
two three hit me balls in an over. And I think
yeah.
when Sagar said baseball is just test cricket on with Red Bull, but it is also when opposition serves you some juicy starters, and we were doing that. We were giving
I
them
think it's
easy
about
three balls.
I think it's about both, right? When you're playing some audacious shots, the bowlers tend to lose their lengths, and it's natural for a bowling attack without Bumrah, Shami, and I'd have loved to have Bhuvneshwar Kumar on this wicket, but that's a very separate topic. But when you don't have experienced bowlers in this wicket and they disrupt your length, natural length, you're bound to, try out things, inconsistencies. When you bowl one dot ball, then you try and float one out. Until Prasidh Krishna came into the attack, there was no control. So even Prasidh did not have a lot of control, but he was threatening. He was into Joe Root's eyes, that's the best phase of this test match. If someone can irk up Joe Root, he has to be that big dash. I don't know what you want to fill with that dash, but
What?
he has to be he has to hit that chord which irks Joe Root.
Everybody just pause and see that wonderful cover drive from Jaiswal.
Oh,
Absolutely
nice,
stunning.
nice, nice.
Yeah, Jaiswal,
Hold the pose.
Jaiswal when he comes good, he comes so good, and then when he come and when he messes up like anything.
Touch
He's a
wood. He
Yeah,
very
should
but
not stop.
yeah.
yeah, but coming back to the session that went our way, right? The first session actually that went our way in this test match, the session after lunch,
Yeah.
where we picked up 6 wickets. I think it was a combination of some pressure built up by some good bowling by the same seamers who looked very listless in the first session,
So
and then
mhm.
yeah, and then they consistently chipping away. I mean, some of the wickets were really top notch. For example, the LBW of Joe Root and some of the
Yeah.
bowling that even Prasidh Krishna did was top notch, I felt.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, and I think see, first of all, we have to give credit to Crawley and Dakota to the approach and to the skills that they executed. Okay, and I mean, yeah, yes, we bowled badly, but then if we look at the first over of all our three pace bowlers, first over was very good, bang on target, lengths were good, but the moment I think it was the fourth over, if I remember, where वो reverse scoop आया जिसमें Ben Duckett वाला. I think it was against Siraj only. Siraj or which bowler? I don't remember. Siraj,
Akashdeep.
I think. Yeah.
Akashdeep, I think.
Akashdeep.
Akashdeep, yeah. So after that, the floodgates kind of opened. So what they did was they disrupted the rhythm and the lengths of the bowlers. You could see that suddenly they went from red ball lengths to white ball lengths. Soda sa dragged their lengths back, and which actually made things also easier for the English batsmen. But yeah, so hats off to the the skills which they executed. And yeah, I mean, when we came back, so heavy roller effect wearing off, and then I think it was more of a inspired spell also from
Yeah.
Siraj. and
Siraj.
and I was just telling,
By the
Siraj
way,
has this. I feel he has a split personality disorder. there is, you never know कि कौन सा सिराज फील्ड पे आया है. कभी वो ऐसे टाइम पास करने वाला सिराज है, और कभी that, he has that fire in his eyes. So we definitely
yeah,
saw the other Siraj.
he had fire in his eyes even when Prasid and Root were going at each other. Siraj looked like
Yeah.
he was going to uproot
He's a
Momentum
Even K,
character,
kicking.
yeah.
but anyway.
He's a character,
even
yeah. He's a,
even Kale got involved there. I don't know what
yeah,
happened.
Yeah,
Kale
KL
also
was
had
chatting
some
with Dharmasena
Dharmasena.
like
Yeah.
as if he was defending his brother. Like, भाई मेरा भाई ने
I
क्या
don't
किया
know.
छोटे भाई ने क्या किया.
I don't know what happened. If somebody something gets KL Rahul and Joe Root riled up, something must have happened.
yeah.
I think I need to know that chord from Prasid Krishna which he had hit to
Yeah.
rile up Joru.
And
Okay,
Prasidh
guys, we
Krishna
are
of
into
all
the lead
people,
now.
While we
people,
speak,
मतलब
we
लोगों
will
ने
let
Three of
you.
our
लोगों ने
all
उसको
losses.
ऐसे लोगों ने उसको ऐसे डोसाइल मान के चल रहे हैं सब, प्रसिद्ध कृष्णा, एंड ही ऑफ ऑल पीपल राइज अप जो रूट. वाह.
But yeah, that middle phase of the contest between the two, right, was actually quite entertaining.
Yeah.
Like you said, Sagar, never expected Prasidh Krishna to be that animated, and it is actually good for a fast bowler to show some aggression. It just
Yeah.
gets you going, and some of the best fast bowlers have always been pricks on the field. So I hope this riles him up even further, and he can produce some good wickets for India in the future. Hopefully,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So while we were doing all these this talk, I was saying that we are now in the lead. It
Three for no
seems
loss.
Brook has dropped one catch off Jaiswal.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, and
okay.
that's how we are in the
oh,
lead
is it?
now. Uh, KL Rahul opens his account with a 3 run. Um Typical KL Rahul cover drive,
Third right.
and
Nice.
we are doing well. And for a change, Tung has not yet gone for any buys,
Oh,
which I feel he will now any moment.
heavy.
Right,
It must be heavy roller.
Yeah, it is. It is. They have used the heavy roller. I just confirmed that.
right. Now, coming to the next point, right? Now that we are in the lead, right? We need to have some target in our minds for the bazball action to again show up again in the fourth innings. So now the prediction, I think Pranav, you are usually very good on the predictions part.
I go at the end.
What is your
I go at the end
is that
because
out?
I have a few numbers to share. Is that?
No, I think they are going for
No,
the review. Let's see.
Okay. So what is the on-field decision?
Looks
not out.
Anthony decision is not out, and
I
looks
don't
like it's
see any
probably
as
both. No, they don't go for the review. We are safe. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Let's
Yeah,
let's
so
let's come
we
back to the prediction thing
I
and yeah, Pranav.
I'll do at the end. No, I'll do at the end because I have a few
Okay,
numbers to share which
okay.
might surprise.
Right, right.
Why don't we start with
And
Rishabh?
हाँ ऋषभ भाई.
Rishabh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll start because I have no numbers to share, no stats at all. I was actually waiting that if Pranav goes first, I'll get some clues. But I have a very different I have a very different perspective. It's we are still on day two, right? So I am not looking at any number of runs. My point of view is just bat tomorrow's entire day and probably up until day four first session and then give them to bat. And in that, how many runs you score is what you score.
We are relevant.
So I am looking more of at the time which you bat rather than the number of runs that you score. But still, if I have to give a number, maybe somewhere around 300, 350 is what I would say. But like I said, time is what my priority is on.
And it a lot depends on conditions, right? Tomorrow, I think the sun is going to be out tomorrow. There is no rain. I presume. So much depends on that as well. So predicting score as of now is a bit difficult task. As Rishabh said, I think they should try to bat time, score as many runs as possible, and then take it forward from there. Because again, we have bowled well, but we still have only three seamers, so we need to keep that in mind.
Correct.
But then
Then,
on a
Yeah.
wicket like
then if
this, where
one
you
one
have
minute,
some
one minute. Nikhilada, play baseball. We need a number. You can't play safe here.
Target
Ha.
Yeah, yeah.
anything above 300.
Chalo done.
Okay.
Go for it, Sagar.
you, Sagar.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I want India really to bat big in the third innings because apparently, again, I am not aware of any stats or anything like Pranav. And those are his tricks of trade. But I think the third innings should be the best innings to bat here. So
Yes.
I am hoping for somewhere between 370 380. That's it's a very optimistic, but yeah, 370 380 is what I'm hoping for.
No,
Okay.
one.
Matt, go on.
Yeah, please.
Nay, Rushabh has a comment. Bol Rushabh.
Go
No,
on,
no.
go on.
While we are all target or giving our targets in the range of 300, right? There's a very wild smile which Pranav has, and I somewhere expecting कि out of
Yeah,
after all that we say 300, 370, 350, he will come up with a number like भाई 250 से आगे chase ही नहीं हुआ है 220 भी safe target है.
yeah.
I'm low key
I think
already
it's
thought about what he's going to say.
And
no, no.
So
you're absolutely correct.
It
you,
is somewhere
you
it is somewhere around 250. I think. Huh?
no. So I give you this stat. The highest chase in this ground that has happened is 269 for 7 by England way back in 1902. After that, there have been no chases in the 27 matches that have happened. Only 17 times the bowling team has won, 10 times the game has gone to a draw. Day 3 has been the best day to bat on this wicket. The average scores on day 3 is 296 for 4. Day 4 is
296
200.
is average
96
score.
is the average.
Yeah. On
Wow.
this day,
Okay.
296 for 4. And on day 4, it goes up to 277 for 7. Day
Okay.
5 is the worst, is 223 for 8. And out of the wickets that fall, 40% of the wickets end up being taken by spinners. That is the stat that I have for you. On days 3, 4, and 5, England don't have a seamer, they don't have a spinner. We have a very lengthy batting, and my prediction is 385.
Well,
So
And
this
England will lose.
but Pranav, this wicket is
Yeah.
very different from a traditional oval wicket, na?
No, so there's sunshine. No, so the grass will eventually die down. It'll not be
Okay.
very lively. The pitch will quicken up, and India has the chance to use roller tomorrow also because obviously they'll be batting, right? So I would still feel if India bat the whole day tomorrow, they'll end up anywhere between current score plus 250, 260. I'm saying 296, but the law of averages will have their own effect.
I
So
am very excited with
so
the 40% which you mentioned.
no, so
40% for spinners.
Jadeja,
I am very
Jadeja,
basically stats
I
are
washy. I feel washy.
saying Gautam Gambhir is a genius, and that's why I will disregard it.
indeed, indeed he is. He has picked an extra batter just for this cause, and I'm pretty sure this will pay off. जैसे मेरा WhatsApp group पे prediction था that we'll be getting 5 wickets by the end of session 2. We got 6. So my prediction is that India will score 385 and they will give it to
Wow.
England. That is deficit after 385. So 391, 400 pakad lo.
Let
I
me be
Yeah.
think we
very
just
very
need to.
honest. Let me be very honest in making one point. If in the 5 test matches, if there is a test match where we have got our team selection kind of right, I would not say bang
Okay.
on. This it is this test match because वो
100%.
कुलदीप के ऊपर जो भी चल रहा था ना, if there is one test match which Kuldeep did not have to play, it was this test match. So they are not playing him. So they've
So
got the
anything
selection.
over 300, India will have a chance of winning this test match over 65%. ये भी ले लो मेरे से लिख के. Anything over 300 has not been chased ever in this ground since 1902.
बढ़िया.
See, but Sagarada, all of this point about not Kuldeep not playing is the right choice and all. It's apparently because Pope made a wrong choice, probably. Because if you look at it, India had lost the toss. So had India won and we would have been doing something other than what we eventually did, the scenario would have been different. Rather, we would have been batting fourth.
Yeah, bowling
Hmm.
first
Would
with
have been
three
batting
seamers would
yesterday.
have been difficult.
No, no, we would have
Yeah,
been batting yesterday because I'll tell you, the control that is shown by India after the break has been the best this entire series.
yeah.
Like with the
No, no.
ball, I'm
See,
saying.
my entire point was that extra batter, the selection of the extra
हाँ
batter.
हाँ
And if you
50
see
runs,
that
54 runs.
that person has
That
scored. I
person,
mean,
Karun scored.
Karun has got
Karun
you the
scored.
runs. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
all.
So again,
So
That
they
going
have
person
back
has
to
only scored.
But
going.
what is this India's mentality, schoolboy mentality of India? Only when the principal reprimands us, we will perform. Every time they perform badly, they
so
have a
you're
break.
saying
They go to
Bumrah is the
lunch or
principal?
no, Gambhir is, but they get a break. They go for a lunch or tea break. Then they come back and play well. Even that happened in the fourth test, right? So I don't know what is
Yeah.
happening.
No, I'll tell you
Good
what.
for
What would have actually got the Indians firing was not something which happened on the day of that test, but a day before that.
curator.
वो जो curator ने किया ना गंभीर के साथ, I think
Diameter of
that
वो दो
मतलब
दो
that
घंटे
that same
दो
energy right which KL Rahul had कि अरे हमारे छोटे भाई के साथ you did this. Imagine
no
11 Indians thinking यार तुमने हमारे कोच के साथ ये किया. What more pep talk or firing up do you need more than that?
no, they forgot it for a couple of hours, but then they remembered.
So it's a new bowling
Remember
attack. Cut some slack, Nikhil
remember
Dada,
Chak De
please.
India, right? It is not until that 70-minute speech
So
did the performance change.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
that's how things.
Did you see that run? He would have been run out, huh?
Yeah,
Nah,
by a
I was
mile,
But
watching.
they are
by
not. They are
2.5
not.
meters. Sorry,
Direct hit hota to he was a goner.
They are
Please
not
international
as.
roaming
direct hit.
active
He was
करो.
out by 2.5.
They
Dear
are
KL
not allowing us
Rahul.
to.
Yes,
They
sir.
are not
So guys,
allowing us to miss
coming
scoring.
back, yeah, guys, coming back to the full
Yeah.
circle predictions. Pranav is saying 385 would be a great uh, total. With I think if we go beyond 300, more than 65% of the chance where India will definitely win. Um, Rushabh, you are saying that it should be more than 250. Is that correct?
Yeah, I said
Three,
300,
350,
350.
350.
Time.
300, 350. Okay. Sagar, what is your prediction?
I said 370, 380.
370, 380. And what is Nikhil, your prediction?
Anything above 300.
Right.
हो
So,
जाएगा काम.
what I feel is anything above 275 is a winning total for us. The reason being, the bazball thing is not really working that well. They are getting those
अरे पण अमेय
wickets kind of
अमेय
sessions.
तेरा क्वेश्चन क्या है कि what is the safe total या what will be our what you can say हम लोग टारगेट
Safe
कितना
total
लेंगे.
Winning margin.
safe total as per me is anything about 275 is
Okay.
safe total, but I think um, going by how we are going right now, we have to score runs. We have to look to score runs because there will be a zooter once in a while because it has an 80 mm grass wicket. So I think we have to play positively. We can't just hold up one side and
Yeah.
think.
Yes.
Yes, Pranav.
One thing that I have to give it to this team is that they have forced England to change their batting style and winning strategies. This has been one of the biggest positives of this tour, alongside the batting unit not giving up, obviously. But I think the positive side of it is that England have been pushed on the back foot. Their
अरे
backs have
वो
been
सीरीज
broken by
सीरीज का
keeping them
रिव्यू
on the
सीरीज
field.
का रिव्यू बाद में करेंगे प्रणव सीरीज का रिव्यू अपने को
No, no,
करना
हाँ
but
नहीं,
the
but
no, no, but the fight back that this team has shown is really commendable.
है या आई
yeah,
नो
that's what.
Lords, Manchester, but
या
almost on 3 or 4 occasions the series looked done and dusted. But
या
They should have
still,
been
yeah.
3-1
So
up, but
yeah,
okay, it's an inexperienced side.
yeah
English
exactly
captaincy.
exactly
So while we watch our batting, right, unravel, and I hope we go at 4 runs and over like how we are doing right now. A couple of thoughts about the theme of this test match, where they are having those Thorpe, I think
hmm.
headbands. Any quick comments on Graham Thorpe? I think Rishabh Pranav, you might have not seen Graham Thorpe play as much as probably someone like me, Sagar, and Nikhil have seen. So maybe I'll give it to Sagar and Nikhil to speak about Graham Thorpe as a player. If you ask me, he was one of the greatest English batsmen to play, who played during crunch moments.
Yeah
Absolutely stylish, and I really feel sorry that he was given not given the way he was given out in the 1999 match versus India, when he was clearly not out, and we actually went on to qualify for the
uh,
Super
yeah
uh,
Sixes. Yeah,
so
after
but
all
yeah, what
this,
a player, right?
yeah,
yeah
but through his wonderful batting and stylish play, that is the unfortunately that is the memory I have of Graham Thorpe. That
yeah
wrong
yeah
decision in that 99. But the one word you used, stylish, right?
exactly exactly
No other English batsman in our era was stylish. They were
yes
all
Absolutely, they
workhorses.
were all boring like Atherton. Absolute
Atherton,
boring cricketers like Atherton.
Alex
Alex
Stewart, Jack
Stewart,
Russell. So you never
absolute boring
enjoyed
cricketers.
watching them play. There was
yes
only Graham Thorpe who you enjoyed watching play. You wanted to do well, even against
absolutely
India.
absolutely
So stylish is one adjective that you would always associate with Graham Thorpe.
Yeah, and see that's the thing. I mean, all three of us are kind of no one has spoken about his stats. Okay, I'm not even aware of his stats, but
No.
I mean that's what a player brings to the game, right? The elegance and the beauty which with which he batted. I mean, you could just he could have hardly scored 20 30 runs, but you would still go on admiring him endlessly just for the way he scored those 20 to 30 runs, and yeah, and that style with the headband and all, very 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 iconic, I must say, very iconic. He was one of the because English cricket rarely has these kind of iconic players, and Thorpe was one of them, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, and then in the 2005 Ashes, right? Uh, he was actually dropped for a certain Kevin Peterson, and back then I was not very happy that they got Thorpe out. But then, obviously, Kevin Peterson showed the world what great player he would eventually
And
turn out to
Yeah,
I
be.
think that
Yeah,
is where that this personality cult of England cricket also started. Till then, it was never personality driven. The English cricket was. I
yeah,
think after
yeah.
Kevin
yeah,
Peterson's
super
arrival,
boring cricketers. Yeah.
yeah,
The I think
that kickstarted.
only I remember in that 90s team, the only entertaining cricketer from England was to some extent Darren Gough.
Ah,
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Yeah, he looked like he was more Australian than
then
maybe English. Yeah.
Yeah,
Smooth
Baki
action.
sab wo
what a
caddick type,
wonderful action he
boring,
had.
self-obsessed
काफी smooth
guy.
action था. His
बहुत
I
smooth action.
admire his seam position was one of his best back then. After or maybe
Correct.
उसके बाद शायद McGrath, but I think Darren Gough
That
was one of the
that
greatest
open,
seam position bowlers.
yeah, that open-chested bowling action has almost vanished from the international cricket, right?
I think
yeah.
last I saw for
Side
Alan Donald.
side on, yeah,
Oh,
Ronaldo.
उसके बाद I've been so sorry, I mean, interrupting the conversation, but I got memories of Darren Goff
No, no, of course.
watching footages, watching the seam positions. I think
Yeah,
back
he
then the
was.
Duke's ball had a lot more to do. His baseball has killed all that, but yeah, no, we can still talk about it when we do our series review.
Right.
The other great coming from Surrey cricket was Alex Stewart. Okay,
So Alex,
many Englishmen, sir, yes, many Englishmen think that he is the greatest wicketkeeper batsman ever to play. Though I don't agree with that. However, does 8463 ring any bells? If I say 8463, a quick quiz question that I wanted to slip in. Does 8463 make you think about something related to Alex Stewart?
was it first class numbers? I don't know. I'll have to dig through.
Yeah, you're very close to the answer,
His
but
international
yeah,
runs, his tally.
yes, that's correct. Those are the amount of test runs he scored in his career.
Test runs, yes.
But
Wow,
what is the
that's
significance of 8463?
okay.
All right,
I
I'll give
don't.
you the answer. So he was born on 8th of April, 1963,
Oh,
Oh,
and
oh,
these are
I was
the
nice,
number
going
of
to say
runs he
that it's a
scored.
birthday tag. Yeah, okay, okay.
nice,
Yeah.
Interesting,
nice,
interesting, very
interesting.
interesting.
Very, very
But again,
interesting.
the last memory of Alex Stewart again was a wrong decision against Nera in 2003. And
That
of
baggy
all
hat
the
of
people,
his.
Simon Toffel got it wrong. Of all the
Yeah.
I think he
Era,
was the first keeper to introduce the black wicket keeping gloves with that blue and red jersey. I vaguely remember. 2003, no, 2000, that Mohammad Kaif run out series or
NatWest,
Yuvraj run out series. Yeah, I
NatWest
think
वाला
that
ना.
was the black gloves he had got. Black था या कुछ अलग color था, so it did not match with his jersey. Like जो धोनी orange लेके आया था.
Okay,
He
okay.
had got that black jersey. That's the vague memory that I have of Sir Alex Stewart, apart from the biggest Surrey cricket legend that he is.
Yeah.
He has a great name
Hmm.
for him in Surrey.
he was
So,
he was attending the match today, right?
yeah.
He was there in the stands.
I think half of the stadium is named after the Stewards. Even his father had a lot to do at Surrey and Oval. So uh, half of it is Edridge, half of it is Stewart. And there is one door that they have named as Bradman Door. Maybe because Bradman scored the last duck of his career at the Oval. So maybe, maybe. And these are English, they don't like the
Yeah,
Australians
they
too
are
much. So maybe
wicked,
that's how they want to.
but that's wicked sense of humor, right?
Yeah.
Right. Also, the other thing is, Oval is also the same venue where the Ashes happened, meaning the test which is behind the whole Ashes legend that happened actually at the Oval, and that's the first wicket. KL is gone.
Oh, oh, what is the score?
Poor shot,
46.
man. 46, very poor shot.
Ah,
We are ahead by 23. See, I told you, by 1 hour we have to do double the lead. हो रहा है सब जैसे मैं बोल रहा हूँ वैसे हो रहा है बिलीव करो
Right.
Yeah,
Paul,
no,
but
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 Paul
this is
Baba, Paul
actually
Baba to Paul Baba.
KL,
but this is
is a
actually a
big wicket.
very yeah, it is a big wicket considering how much he has done in the series.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a very unique series for him because he has been consistent throughout.
फर्स्ट
So
But
500
Very
runs के लिए
disappointing, very disappointing end, very
yeah,
disappointing end. I mean,
it
फर्स्ट
is very
nothing
500
short
but
runs
yeah,
के
actually,
लिए
nothing. There's absolutely nothing short.
he loves England by the
yeah,
way
yeah.
he loves. I hope the others step up now and
vice
uh,
versa
yeah, and there's no
That
collapse
was a
and
really bad shot. Yeah, really nothing shot. मतलब क्या जरूरत था ऐसा?
nothing. Yeah.
Even in the first inning, that was a nothing shot.
Yeah, I mean,
It was a
you
nothing
have
shot. Yeah.
to end the series on a high actually, but pata nahi, this it's a wasted opportunity.
Maybe YBJ will. YBJ will.
Yeah, I mean he is looking good as of now. Let's see.
Let's see.
Hmm.
All right then. On that note,
Okay.
I think
Yes.
let's continue again. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
And tomorrow is going to be a very interesting day that will
Yes.
decide the course
Yes, sir.
of the series. If
Yeah.
we retain the erstwhile Patodi Trophy or the Anderson Tendulkar Trophy,
Tendulkar.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And the Sir
tomorrow will decide
Tendulkar
that.
trophy जाएगी तेंदुलकर के देश. He'll hear that from Vivek Rajdana.
Hopefully,
Okay.
hopefully tomorrow will be a golden day for us.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely should be a deciding day for the match as well as the
Yeah,
series,
yeah.
no doubt.
It will be a
Hey,
deciding day for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So by the way, the because we talked about the oval, right? The oval is also famous for that ta- gas tank or whatever they call it next to the oval. So it's very unique with its structure.
Hmm.
Now the thing is, the latest is that apparently because London has very less space, the gas tanker will retain its structure, but inside that round structure, you will have apartments coming up. So that
Oh dear.
iconic, yeah, yeah. So we, yeah, it's strange, but that's how it is
Very
going to be.
strange. Yeah.
So it's going to lose that iconic feel
I,
that Oval used to give. Yeah.
I think some builder from Pune must be developing it. To choose such a odd spot for a apartment structure, only a
Perhaps
Pune builder
maybe.
can do that.
Guys,
Perhaps
don't worry. I'm
maybe.
sure after this call, Sagar Dada will give a call to his agent asking to pre-book or give the deposit. So we are sorted.
कुछ कुछ
Chalo,
भी
let's take this off
कुछ
the
भी
record, please.
कुछ भी.
Right. I think
All
on
right.
on that
That's
note, before I
that's
get
Yep.
more
that's
flagged,
Prasid. That's Prasid Krishna and root level bantering. That has just now happened.
yeah, that's why Dada was trying to sneak out, right? Before things get wild, before he just
No,
tonks me left, right,
just
and
just
center. I
one
think
just one last comment on the Prasid and Root banter. The equivalent of that in our era would have been Inzamam and Sachin going at each other.
Really? Ah, right, right. In terms of their
In
stature
in
and
terms of,
Ah.
I can't
true,
imagine
true.
that ever happening. So it was equivalent to that.
You can imagine runouts happening. It's happening here also.
Yeah.
केएल
Also,
राहुल
a big
यार
inning for
केएल राहुल
Sudarshan
कैचिंग कैचिंग प्रैक्टिस देके चला गया यार. Bad
makes
wicket.
us
So
sad.
hopefully,
No doubt.
hopefully we'll close the day at one wicket down only.
Just one, yeah. Hopefully, yeah.
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 Still,
So
what? An hour to go? Half an hour to go.
1 hour to go.
1 hour to go. Hopefully.
right. So guys, on that note,
Yeah.
thank you so
Yes.
much for joining because I think it's been quite a discussion. Usually, the third day three of the test match is considered as a moving day, but in this case, it was a day two which got all of us talking about, and that's what got us for this impromptu live session because it was that
Yeah.
kind of a day, and you
Yeah.
could see that it's that kind of a day when you're doing well. You speak about performances which happened today. You go into your flashbacks and your memories, in the archives to pull out some good numbers and good stories like we have been doing for the last 15 minutes. I think on that note, we just hope that this day continues to be as good as it has been and we get some lot more happy memories which pushes us out of a slouch on a weekend tomorrow and we come down to do another session. Till then, thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you. Thank
you.
you.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Bye. Good night.
Adios.